seventh inning stretch. It's when people get up from their seats to relieve their stiff muscles during the middle of the seventh inning. But exactly how and when the seventh inning stretch came to be is unknown. Despite several references to this ritual in the late 19th century, the most popular and more mythical story of its origin dates back to April 14th, 1910. That's when President William Howard Taft went to the opening day game for the Washington Senators. When he stood up to stretch his legs during the seventh inning, the crowd also rose to its feet out of respect. By the early 20th century, the seventh inning stretch was well established. Fast forward 50 years, and the legendary Cubs broadcaster Harry Carey began singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the stretch, a beloved ritual in Chicago that soon spread to all Major League Baseball games. Matt Murphy, Fox News.
Veterans with Benefits with your hosts Anthony and Corinna, now on The Point.
Half a day. Welcome to Veterans with Benefits. We are on 93.3 YouTube. Oh, was our mic not on? Sorry. YouTube and Facebook. You can call into 671-888-TALK. So first, we're always going to... Oh, Anthony?
And I'm Anthony with Veterans with Benefits.
I guess I always just start with the announcements first.
That's fine.
I think I don't mean to forget about you, sir.
Oh, I'm just me. No worries.
Okay. We do have some guests in studio, but first we're going to do the announcement. So thank you to our sponsors, Ambrose Inc., and then American Legion. This Saturday, don't forget to reserve your steak for Steak Day at American Legion. Guam Eco Services, Hebzibah Clinic, 11Z's, which is right behind the radio station here in Upper Tumon, and then Noka Oi. So we want to talk about all of the events that we did this past week. So many things going on. Currently, there is the HMI's Benefit Boot Camp 27. And if there are any veterans listening, please head over there because the CBOC, the VA clinic staff, are there registering you, enrolling you into healthcare.
That's the March 5th expansion.
Yes, the March 5th expansion.
So you don't have to go there just for the boot camp. This is the Guam CBOC, which means that any veteran who may have been exposed to
toxins,
not just toxins, but any
fuel.
Yeah, fumes. Big one is the AFFF.
Oh yes, AFFF, the firefighting foam, and then asbestos. Yes.
And then like things like JP8, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, more importantly, right? There's the need for us to increase our numbers over at the CBOC. So even if they're not going to give you something, just go over there and tell them, hey, I'm a veteran. I may have been exposed to name whatever it might be, I used to strip the floors with all the different chemicals from industrial cans that said, hey, floor stripper and wax, and we had to heat up the wax by burning it, so the fumes from that, so we could spread it out more easily over the floor. You youngsters don't know about that. Come on. And then spit shining your boots, right? You had to spit shine them. Well, not the Air Force, mostly the Army and the Marines, right? So we'd also burn the stuff.
So just head on over there.
Yes, please. And that's going to be very useful for all of us. So every single veteran who even has any doubt, take your butt down there. Go say hi to Miss Celeste. Oh, she is so nice. And she will tell you all the things you need to know. And just ask. And get your name on there. If you can't qualify for whatever reason, just ask them for a little document to tell you why and the reference. And if you feel that you're probably not being heard properly, you could always do a notice of disagreement.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So next we had this past Friday, you attended the GSAT conference. Was that at Weston? And then I attended the ANA Pacific grant writing class Thursday and Friday. But then you had the, right?
GSAT?
Yes.
On Friday?
Yes, Friday.
Yes, that was great. We actually had two of our veterans out there speaking.
We did. Bob Kelly.
And Charlie Hermosa.
Yes, you said it was great presentations, but you didn't record them.
I couldn't
just kidding.
record.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
No, because we didn't get their approval, and they got to
Oh.
pay for the recording that I took.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, I got to
So-
make money somehow.
So where do you so just give them your email address so that you can send them an
No, my
invoice?
PayPal account.
Your PayPal.
Yeah, that's usually what you need first to get money.
Okay.
Ask for money.
And then they get the recording
Yes.
of Bob Kelly and Charlie Hermoso.
I'm just kidding. I'm not sure what the GSAT does.
You put boo.
I don't know what the
Let us
GSAT
hear
really
it.
does, but it was great. Even Miss Leah Abalon over there was quite impressed and really thanked us. If you didn't get to it, you got to get to it next year on the GSAT.
Oh, but they have another opportunity because
This-
April 13th
Right.
will also be the Guam Expo at the American Asia Mall.
Yes, that's
which
the
we will
GSAT
be-
Expo also,
yes,
right?
the GSAT Expo at the American Asia Mall, which we will be, we're going to have a table there.
And maybe a lot of people might be wondering why we're there with GSAT. Well, we were invited, number one. Number two, GSAT is actually there because what we felt when we went there was that there are veterans that don't qualify for some VA benefits. And if they don't, but they still need some help, that's the government of Guam and the federal funding that we might be able to use to try to help them with whatever they might be needing as it relates to assistive technology. Okay,
Right.
sorry I keep...
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to go down the list, and then we're gonna go back. But
Yes, okay.
You know, I'm just
We
trying
can
to rein
continue.
it
Well,
in.
that's a lot of stuff.
Sir. I know it's a lot of stuff. We didn't get to introduce our guests yet.
Well, they're
okay,
here.
So,
They're not leaving.
So Thursday night,
The door's
we
locked.
attended the Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 668 fundraiser at Good Times.
Oh, yeah, that was loaded, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. There's
full.
never, if you'll know it's a great fundraiser if there's no parking at Good Times.
That's crazy.
Good Times in the surrounding plaza and area.
And we saw a bunch of really cool people there.
We did, and then if you want to join, is it the auxiliary
Yeah,
or the associates?
Vietnam veterans, or yeah.
I thought it was
Association, right?
auxiliary, or
Yeah.
Bernice Park. If you're listening, call in 671-888-TALK because I'm upset that I forgot the detail.
She's
But
the
anyways,
new
if you want
president
to
for
join
that,
the
right?
chapter,
Yes.
she's the president.
And you don't have to be a Vietnam.
You don't have to be a veteran of Vietnam War.
All right. You can just be a
You can
person
Yes.
and join.
Mhm. Yes.
Wow.
It's a new organization, new charter.
So let's name drop who was there.
Bernice Park.
Yay.
We
Nick
saw
Francisco.
Nick Francisco. We saw the director, Jose San Augustine.
Ah.
We saw Mr. Yatar. We
Yes.
saw Charlie Canata.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Who did we see? Congressman Moreland was
Congressman-
there.
Wow,
Speaker was there.
We're rubbing elbows with the rich and famous now.
Who else?
Senators.
Senator Jesse Lujan was there.
Very good.
Who else was there?
One of our veteran of the week, Marvin.
Marvin Crisostomo was there.
Yes.
Sue was there.
Oh,
Jen
yes.
was there. Francis
Yes.
was there.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, who else? Mr. Johnny Atulai was there.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes.
That's the enemy though. But
No, he's not.
That's our
he
other
always,
radio
whenever I
station,
call the radio
Veterans.
station, he goes, "You have your own radio show. You have your own radio show." We'll introduce him to you guys.
Anybody else that was there that we can remember?
Yeah, so that was a really good fundraiser.
Lots of great fun.
And then Saturday, I couldn't remember what we did Saturday, but now I remember. We did phone banking
Wow.
for hours. I think we started at 1
Yes.
and we ended at around 8,
Yes.
7, 8 o'clock.
Yes.
So phone banking, we did some phone banking for the event that happened today,
Yep.
which was the joint oversight hearing at the Guam Congress building that started at 9 a.m. and ended at 2:27 p.m. I know because I looked at the time. That was a really long hearing, but it was great.
Yes.
I mean, we don't want to call them complaints. We just want to call them suggestions maybe.
Yes.
And we didn't phone bank for veterans to be angry or upset.
Right.
We wanted them to come to the table with solutions.
Right.
And we didn't get to hear all the testimony because some veterans didn't end up staying for the public comment part. But this is not the only time. What were we doing after that? Didn't Vice Speaker say we're going to have
Yeah, it's going to be
extension?
like the extension of it. So, because a lot of our veterans might be working and they might not have the opportunity to provide testimony. And sometimes the setting can be a bit intimidating. So, they're potentially going to be at the American Legion and the VFW. So, it's a little bit more of the veterans environment. And it's going to be an opportunity for them to, talk a little bit more about the things that they've experienced. And as we've often been telling the folks, it's not about saying all the negative stuff that's going on. It's talking about what you experienced that you weren't too happy with, and then maybe provide some solution that they can take away so that they can start improving it. Because the idea is not just to say bad things. It's like, hey, this didn't work out too well. What can we do to make it better so that the next person that goes there is able to, get something more educational out of it.
Sorry, for the listeners, if I didn't say what the oversight hearing was for, it was for the Government Office of Veteran Affairs, GOVA office. So that's what the joint hearing was, sponsored by Vice Speaker Tina Muñoz-Barnes and then Senator Dwayne St.
And also there were the two committee representatives that were appointed by the congressman. That would be the Vice Speaker and Vince Borja. They were both present there. Vince said hi to me. So, hello, Vince.
He said hi to you. You're so funny.
He's going to love me for that.
Hi to everyone online. We see, who do we see online? We see, oh, wow. Thanks for putting that picture up. He's showing a picture of the hearing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. There was a lot of people there. And then there were even some in the lobby, too.
Yes.
There were some people in the lobby. There they are.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all our veterans, and you can see that they're really there to hopefully have their voices heard to get a more more robust availability of services for our veterans, and I think if we all work together, I think it's all going to work out. A lot of great stuff that came out of that oversight hearing.
But it's not over. So if you didn't get to share your testimony, don't worry. The extension schedule will come out and we'll push it out. And then, of course, no more bags at the commissary, Navy and Anderson. Bring your own bags. And then
purchase.
I always share this. The Veteran Transportation Service, the phone number is 671-475-5833. So that's the shuttle that you see going around, and that's the one that will take you to your VA appointment, from your home to your appointment.
But you have to call them.
You have to call the number to
how
to
far ahead
schedule
of
it.
time?
I do not know.
Okay,
I should
but
really,
the people on the number will tell us?
Yes.
Okay. And what's that number again?
671-475-5833.
So now we have the ability to get to our CBOC appointments?
Yes.
What
VA
about our
appointments.
Okay, so that's...
even the referrals.
And the care in the community.
The care in the community, yes.
And who's the leader
VA.
of that? Is that Dr. McDermott?
I'm pretty sure Dr. McDermott was the champion leader for this, because, veterans have said, hey, I see this in Hawaii, I see this in the U.S., I see this everywhere.
But we only
Why
have one
isn't it
bus,
here?
right?
I'm not sure if there's one or two. I know veterans have sent us pictures saying, hey, there's a bus here. So,
Yes.
and I know Dr. McDermott did share about that. We've got to have him on the radio. Dr. McDermott, you need to come on the radio.
Yes, or call in.
Thank you for sending...
Celeste.
Thank you for sending Celeste to boot camp. She's there right now. I took a picture of her registering a veteran into VHA, Veteran Healthcare. Okay, and then April 13, can't forget this. There's so many events going on, but we're having another Pyology fundraiser on April 13th. So it's a Saturday. So you have all day from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. to go to Dead or to Morning. Just mention HMI and 10% of the proceeds go to us because we are a nonprofit organization.
So you need donations for your HMI?
Donations?
Yeah, they need money, right?
Yeah, because we don't have any funding.
So how are you feeding the veterans tonight at the
We bought it out of our organization
funds from your fundraisers and things
from
like
the
that?
fundraisers.
So you feed veterans with that money?
Yeah, I do.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So that's great.
And
Okay.
then Ambrose donates drinks to us. Thank you so much, Ambrose.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
And then the other
John Myers
thing
too.
that's happening on April 13th is Steak Day at American Legion.
Yes.
And then we're going to be at the Micronesia Mall for the GSAT Expo Center Court. HMI is going to have a booth. I think I'm putting him to work so many. He's like, this is a lot.
It's crazy.
And then last but not least, Veteran of the Week, D. Jean Ferris, was born on Guam and resided in Santa Rita. Her dad is a retired Guam Army National Guard, and her mom worked at Inn on the Bay. Dee joined the Guam Air National Guard in 2012. During her military career in 2002, Dee deployed with the Army National Guard during the Operation Enduring Freedom on island. In 2002, she served active duty in support of 36 services. From 2006 2008, she served active duty in support of 554 Red Horse Squadron. In 2008, she was deployed to Manas Air Base in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. In 2011, she deployed to Al Dhafra Air Base in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. After Dee's military career, she pursued her degree in 2012. Dee graduated from the University of Guam in 2017 with her bachelor's in business administration with a minor in international tourism and minor in human resources. She graduated in 2019 with her master's in school counseling. She is currently pursuing her PhD, oh wow, in education with Philippine Women's University. She holds a teacher certification in career and technical education. Wow, Dee, didn't know all of that.
And she still helps veterans.
Yes, I'm not done. Dee currently teaches at Southern High School as a business teacher since 2017. Dee, just so you know, I was in DECA and I've always wanted to teach business. Dee is currently the co-advisor of the National Technical Honor Society. Oh wow, for Southern High School. On her time off, she selflessly volunteers her time with HMI. You do, Dee.
Yes.
You do. I'll call Dee. Dee's like, anything you need help with anything? And I'll ask her, and she's right there.
Yes.
She started with HMI in Boot Camp 1. She did.
That's right, yes.
In
That is right.
2021. And with all of the training and support from HMI, she actively helps veterans with her knowledge of VA claims. Her recent volunteer effort is the phone bank with HMI she did this past Saturday. She continues to donate and support HMI's fundraisers and annual events. Dee currently resides with her husband and 4 children in Jotnia. Her 2 older children are in the military. Wow.
Yay.
Okay. Her oldest daughter is an active duty army and stationed in Fort Drum, New York. Her oldest son is an active duty Air Force station at Nellis. Hey, Dee, my mom lives in Vegas. Let me know. And my brother lives on Nellis. Okay, that's enough. Well, let's thank her for her service. Gosh, Dee, I didn't even know all of this.
Good job.
Thank you, Dee Ferris,
Thank you,
Veteran
thank
of the
you.
Week. Wow, that's great. That's great.
Man, we got a lot of great veterans doing a lot of great things. So
Yes.
this is all the more reason we really got to take care of them, you know? And imagine they're doing all these things and they probably still got all their challenges. But, you know, that's something that I guess our guests might be able to help us with.
Yes, and now we can finally introduce our guest.
My
Gosh.
goodness.
Okay, who do we have in studio with us?
I am Esther Zval, licensed clinical social worker at Anderson Air Force Base.
And I'm VNH Health, mental health technician at Anderson Air Force Base as well.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
what happened?
And just speak closer into the mic.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
thank you for having us.
Yeah, because we've seen the two of you at karaoke and you're really good. So same thing, just mouth.
Karaoke.
And anyway, so you've been in the studio before.
Yes, we have.
And we spoke about mental health and how it works in the active duty up at the Air Force.
Yes.
And you guys gave us a lot of information. Now, what are you guys here for today?
You want me to start off or you want to? Okay, so first of all, let me give our disclaimer. The views we're about to talk about are not representative of the Air Force, they're representative of me, Esther Zaval, and VNH Health. But we will discuss some of the resources that are available. Okay? So today's April, the month of April, and it is Alcohol Awareness Month.
Awesome.
Right?
Okay.
Pop quiz. Do you know when Alcohol Awareness Month was instituted? What year? And it is our time, Anthony.
I don't know.
It must not have
I
been
was
during
reading about it.
Prohibition.
Oh no, I was reading about it. Oh man.
Well, I was born.
You were born.
Yeah,
Probably not.
1987.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, I was really taking advantage of alcohol back then.
1987. Do we know how many people die of alcohol-related incident on average
How many?
No.
Are you talking annually?
annually?
And this is
Can
in
I
the
take a
United
guess?
States? Or
This is- yes, in
national
the United
numbers.
States. So
Definitely
according to the
national
Centers
numbers.
for Disease
Okay.
Council.
I'll guess maybe 200 a year.
A little high, but close.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Your
I
guess?
have no
What is your
guess.
No guess?
No.
Okay, well that's my guess.
You want to guess?
I have no idea.
178,000 people die with an alcohol-related incident.
Oh, wow.
You said 200.
I know.
You said 200,000?
No,
Oh,
no.
200. Oh, no, no.
Oh,
sorry.
only 200. I
I thought
didn't
you meant
know.
200,000. I'm sorry.
That is a
100,000.
huge, that's a really big number.
178,000 people die.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a lot of people each year from excessive
That's-
alcohol use, including
Wow.
car crashes,
Excessive.
bicycle accidents, you name it.
That's
So you're
high.
telling me alcohol
Average.
kills.
Alcohol kills. Yes. Excessive use.
Yes.
You know.
Okay.
Right. But there are ways for us to drink responsibly, right?
There are ways to drink responsibly. Do we want to list some things out that you
Yes.
just know of that you may do or encourage buddies to do?
Well, okay, so you should always have a designated driver.
Yes. Do not drink and drive.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, and so when you talk about that too, right? One of the things during my time growing up was, we'd be told to go grab some drinks for adults when we were still minors, and a lot of times we think, oh, that's nothing, doesn't mean anything. But I think it starts becoming conditioning, right?
Yes, it does.
And I think when you talk about that, right, one of the folks that used to discuss this was someone like the Senator Frank Blas, who's also a veteran. He was there at the oversight today, but he used to do what the program that's considered drug-free workplace. So, it brought that to light about, the things that we think don't mean anything, right? Can you go get me a beer, right? It's like, okay, and we go grab the beer and we bring it back, and it seems like it's actually nothing. So that's a tough thing, and maybe when we look at it from your perspective, we shouldn't be letting kids go do that.
No, really the environment does matter, right?
Okay.
Really the environment does matter, right? Like what we condition to do, what is normalized, right? So as you stated, getting kids going to get alcohol for the adults, some may take a sip,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
partying,
Yeah.
and things like that. But another way also is knowing your limits. Too many people think that, the limit is well, I may just drink like one of these and that's fine, or how
A
many?
few of these.
Yeah, like when you ask people how much should I drink, I don't know, like
Drink.
this 3-4 times a day, like So most people don't know their limits. Do you want to know what the limit is? The drinking limits?
So the drinking limits vary
When-
for females and males.
Yes.
The CDC recommends no more than 3 drinks for women and no more than 4 for men.
And is that taking into account how the body processes alcohol out of the system? Is that like every hour? Is that every night? Every what?
Yes. Is it 3 drinks per sitting or
Not-
3 drinks per day?
So per occasion, no more than 2 times per week.
Oh, wow.
So 3 drinks per occasion, so per sitting, no more than 2 times per week. So let's just double that, 6 drinks in a week.
Wow. 6 drinks, is that the equivalent of like 1 beer each sitting?
No. So let's actually talk about what a drink is.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, because there's
you.
beer.
Go ahead.
And now,
We're
we
gonna
have a caller? Oh,
break.
we're going to go on break. Wow, it's that time already.
We'll
We'll
continue.
get back to that.
Okay.
On what
We'll
standard
be
drinks
right
are.
back. We'll be right back.
We're gonna find the answer.
Yes, let's
Yeah.
not forget.
Securing America.
Thursday marks 75 years since the formation of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, which White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby called
greatest military alliance in the history of the world.
Pentagon Press Secretary Major General Patrick Ryder reflected on NATO's mission.
NATO promotes security in the North Atlantic area, safeguards freedom and democracy, and provides collective defense for the alliance.
While Secretary of State Antony Blinken attended a meeting of NATO foreign ministers, during which he said the organization both honored the milestone and looked to the future and the challenges ahead.
Increasing our support for Ukraine, strengthening NATO's deterrence and defense posture, in particular through boosting our defense industrial bases on both sides of the Atlantic.
Blinken reiterated Ukraine's future is as a member of NATO, and the goal for now is to build a bridge to that membership. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
It's GVB's Cocoa Weekend. On April 13th and 14th at the Ipao Beach Park in Tumon, start off at the Cocoa Kids Fun Run on Saturday, April 13th. Ask mom and dad to sign you up for this fun event. There will be games and activities and a cool shirt. Registration is online at visitguam.com/coco. It's the kids event of the year. Brought to you by the Guam Visitors Bureau. Visit them on Facebook or call 646-5278 for more information. The Guam Cocoa Weekend is a GVB signature event.
Here we go. Here we go.
And let me say hello. We're back. Let me say hello to everyone watching us online.
Very nice.
Hi, Auntie Bennett. Thank you. Hello, Brennan. J Ella. Hello. Hello, Lisa. Hi, Kat. Oh, Kat, I see you on. Hello. And then Miss Shelley Gibson. She said, Karini did a great job for the HMI and veteran show. Oh, thank you. We should have you on the radio show. Reach out to us and, come on the radio show. Next week, we're going to have the Space Force Commander.
You're going to want to hear that.
And I think the week after that, who do we have the week after that?
Oh, we got a lot
Mr. Vic, I think. I think we have Mr. Vic the week after that.
All right.
Right. Okay, so
listen in.
So just a recap, we were talking about, the reason you guys are here is because what is it? What is this month?
Alcohol awareness.
Right.
Okay.
So I was asking you some questions during the break. So can we address those questions? Or you can repeat the question and then you could just explain it.
Okay, so we'll complete what people may be wondering what a standard size drink is. So when we're talking about drinking, we all are on the same page. Because some people think that, a whole gallon maybe equates to a glass, and that unfortunately is not true. Alcohol ranges depending on what you're consuming. So a regular beer, what we consider one standard size drink of beer, is 12 ounces. Yep, there you go. How much percent alcohol?
Oh, I think 5% is what they're on. Yeah.
5% would be standard. That can range depending on how dark the beer is, right? It could go up to 7% or 8%.
Yes.
But standard is going to be 5%, 12 ounces for beer, whereas wine is the opposite of that, right? So 5 ounces at 12% alcohol.
Ooh.
And distilled spirits like tequila, gin, vodka, everybody's favorites, right? We're talking 1.5 ounces if it's 40% alcohol by volume.
1.5 ounces.
Yes.
So like Everclear, that's 100%.
So that would be more than one standard size drink, right? We're talking double or more.
Okay,
That would count as your 2 drinks.
2 drinks. So even though you're serving one, it's still considered double.
Right, because the alcohol content, right?
Yes, because
the percentage of alcohol. Okay, good.
And I'm glad you asked those questions, Anthony, for giving the standard drink sizes, VNA, because we have a culture in the military and in with the veterans, right? There's a culture of drinking.
Yes.
Right. Drink is almost associated to a lot of things: promotions, gatherings, retirement.
That's right.
Re-enlistments. What else goes on in the veteran world?
Oh man. Choir practice afterwards. No, really, that's what they call it, right? So
depression, dealing with masking mental health, depression, masking grief. So many things are tied to our culture of drinking that sometimes it's automatic.
Right.
Just reaching for a drink, and then before you know it, one drink turns to 3, turns to 6.
Right.
And you've already beat your weekly drinking. And remember what I said, how much per week? 6 for females, 8 for males, right?
Why do they get more?
Because the males metabolize faster than us females.
Oh.
Yes, they're different.
Fine.
We're different.
Oh, we got a caller?
Yeah, let's
Do
get
we have a caller? Okay.
headsets on.
You guys got your headsets on? You can hear the caller?
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes, we are. First caller.
I think Jose might be working on it still. So, vice speaker. Oh, the vice speaker.
Oh, the vice speaker. Okay. I was going to say, sorry, we're on. I was like, who?
All right, let's see.
Okay.
We're ready to go?
The vice speaker's on?
Yeah, it says it's vice speaker, so we're gonna put her on, and here we go. Hello, vice speaker.
Happy day, Tony. Thank you for taking my call this evening.
Thank you for coming on the show.
I just wanted to share with the community that there was a boot camp this evening at the Tamuning Senior Center, and I had the opportunity to stop by for a little bit.
Thank you.
And they gave me the opportunity to speak, and I was very impressed. At the boot camp, there were more than 65 people there, not including the staff.
Yeah,
or
Sue
the
told me
mayor.
they ran out of agendas.
They ran out of agendas, and I just really want to take the time to extend my maasi to you as HMI, but all the other nonprofit organizations, and even the office of the VA. You know what? It's going to take a can-do attitude for all of us to come together and help each other out. And I was so humbled at the fact that I was there this evening to just say a few words to those who came. And there was so much that was told to me in the little time that, you know what, I didn't want to do this, but now that I'm hearing all this new information, I'm going to I had one guy named Kevin come up to me and said, man, Senator, I should have done this a long time ago, and you're right, just like your husband, you know. And he said, but I'm not going to give up now, because today is the start. They're going to help me do my application, and I'm going to give it my very best. And if I can at least get registered, do what I need to do, just help with the numbers, maybe I'll get something. And I'm just thinking of the very best. And I didn't know that I can report all these things that he had. And I said, get that DD-214 and get to these volunteers, because they're going to be here to help you. And I said, you know, the VA office is open, but these volunteers are just as great. And we need anything we can do to help the veterans. We're going to do it. So I want to say thank you.
All right.
Please don't give up on the program.
No, and thank you for calling in, and thank you for doing all the things that you do. And, you know, a lot of this that we do is not about us. It's not about me, right? What these veterans do, what the people that we get help from do, is actually get out there and making this even more important for our veterans. And they love that, because if they're a part of it, they want to be back and they want to get included. And how do I help some more? And a lot of our veterans, they need missions, because that's what we've been dealing with our entire military career is, what's our next mission? What's the briefing? When do we hit it? When do we do it? You know, because if I'm just going to be sitting around waiting, it's going to be tough. So we gotta get these guys engaged, and there's a lot of them out there, and they're just waiting for us to say, hey, so and so needs help, and they say, okay, I'll go take care of that. Okay, these guys need help, I'll go help them, and it's all a matter of doing what we do to keep our veterans together. And it's all the help from everybody else that makes HMI what it is. It has less to do with any one person, and I don't think it ever will be just one person. It has to be everybody together, and that's what we got to keep doing.
And thank you for.
Think,
go ahead.
Yes,
go ahead.
I just want to say that I think with all the work that you guys have done, but more importantly, with all the veterans just learning the new information, the updated information, but even the application process and how things have changed from paper pushing now to even just helping somebody get on the internet to help out, and it's not as scary as it looks. And those who were frustrated decades ago and years ago, because I did even bring up a thing about a constituent calling and saying, you know what, my dad served and my mother didn't get anything. She should have gotten. My dad did 2 tours, and what do we have to show for? And it's like, let's see what we can help you. HMI told the constituent what to do, where to go, and she said, is that all I needed to start this process? And I said, man, if we had known that information a long time ago, then the family would have been probably taken care of.
Yes.
But we would never know if we don't try and if we don't share the information. So what you do on the radio station, what you do with the boot camps, What do you do with the PSAs going out? Please, please, please don't stop. And in our efforts to trying to work with policy and work with Uncle Sam coming here, I want you to know that we are going to make this happen. And we're going to make sure that the service members gets what they rightfully they serve. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Speaker. You're right. We have to get the word out. And you and Senator Nicholas having that joint hearing, it gave the veterans a platform to share their stories. Some of the stories we heard today that the veterans were sharing were not only about the GOVA office. It was about their experience, right? And like I said, the veterans just want to be heard, whether they need assistance or not. They really just want to be heard. They just want someone to listen to them, and they want someone to acknowledge the fact that they've been fighting for their VA claim for 10, 15, 20 years. They just need to know that someone cares and someone will listen to them. And that's something that, each veteran, because you can't put all the veterans in a box. Some of them have deployed, some of them haven't, but we all raised our right hand and we all said, hey, we're going to serve and we will do whatever it takes to defend, right? So I think the platform, the hearing that you guys had today, which is not done, right? The conversation still continues. I think that was a really great event that you guys held, and we look forward to working with you guys more because we're not done yet.
Please know, Karina, that we won't stop here. Both committees, Senator Nicholas and myself, and along with all my colleagues, have that sincerity to continue to help. We will continue the public hearings. We will our Committee on Rules chair to see how we can bring it out to the villages, but more importantly, to take each veteran claim one claim at a time, to give them the support that they need to follow through on their application. So I can't say thank you enough for the work that you guys are doing too, and all the other nonprofit organizations that help in one way or another.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Vice Speaker. We'll be looking forward to seeing you again. Same to you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Adios.
Bye.
Awesome.
So we have more people online. So we have Blas Mendiola Paris.
Oh,
Hafa a day. She says Hafa a day, Captain's Wall.
Thanks for tuning in.
And Sergeant Chelf. And then thank you for sharing your knowledge. And then thank you, Karina and Anthony, for Vet Talk. It's Veterans with Benefits, but yes, it's a veteran radio show.
Yes.
Oh, we have Charlie Hermosa on.
Oh,
he
wow.
says, thank you, HMI, and thank you, Senator Tina Muñoz Barnes. And wow, we're going to go on a break. We're going on a break. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Take a pause.
Arthritis. If you've got it, you know it's a drag. Imagine what it's like for older cats and dogs who don't understand what they're going through. Some signs to look out for?
If your dog's stumbling along, if they don't jump as much, or they're having difficulty like getting down from things, even cats especially, if you watch around the litter box, if they're slowly getting in or slowly getting out, that can usually be an indicator of arthritis.
Dr. Nabuki Stabeus with Royal Pets Veterinary Center in Tampa, Florida. He says there are many ways to help with those creaking old joints.
Joint supplements. We also have fish oils that you can add to the food. We even have injections that we can do that will actually help their joints.
And if that's still not enough, your cat or dog may benefit from massage therapy, laser therapy, or even acupuncture needles. Yes, acupuncture for a jab well done. Sorry, kitty. Take pause. Jill Nato, Fox News.
KFC's Extra Tasty Spicy is here to set every moment on fire. Spice up your day with a dash of extreme spicy. Available in battered fries, boneless crispy strips, and KFC crispy chicken. Order the Extra Tasty Spicy and get ready for a fiery feast. Enter KFC's spiciest era yet. Get your fix at your favorite KFC today or order online at kfcguam.com. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Okay.
And we're back. Sorry, guys, you're hearing us laughing here. And then back online. Hi, Raylene. We have Raylene Tyson on. We have Dr. Cregan.
Oh, wow,
Great
yes.
job, all. It took 16 years to get my benefits. It paid for school, went from physician assistant to MD. Now I can help vets every day. So we have to have Dr. Cregan on. He actually does home visits for veterans. Yeah.
And he's one of those veterans that continues to help veterans almost to
We have
a
to help
fault.
each other.
Yes, I mean there's no other. No one's coming to save us, by the way. So unless we start taking care of each other, that's going to be the start. So,
Right, and so talk about taking care of each other.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't know how to take care of yourself until things start going wrong, right? Everybody starts drinking because you think it's going to be a good thing, and maybe you've seen that, right? When you first start drinking, there's no problems that come with it. But after some time, if you get attached to and create this unhealthy relationship with alcohol, you can start noticing some signs that are actually unhealthy, right?
Right.
So some of those things would be like having problems in your relationships, having problems at work, having problems with your health, right? All these different things are different signs that maybe alcohol isn't fitting right for you. That's kind of how we do when we're doing evaluations to see whether or not drinking is hurting you or helping you. So if you start noticing that you're having cravings, you're having an increase in tolerance, meaning that you need more drinks than you used to, you start noticing that you're having shakes in the morning whenever you're not drinking, or you're starting to drink in the morning to get rid of those uncomfortable feelings, those are all different signs and symptoms that maybe you're having an unhealthy relationship with alcohol.
Oh, wow.
And so let's not forget, unhealthy relationship with alcohol does not mean that you're alcohol dependent, but it can lead to that. Alcohol abuse can lead to alcohol dependence, but it does not mean, I abuse alcohol, that I'm an alcoholic. No, but we start to notice if you're spending more money and things that Fiona stated. So now we stated some problems. What can you do as veterans? Well, first of all, if you be a good wingman, right? Like, don't let your buddy drink and drive, and that includes scooters, bicycles, mopeds, skating. Don't do it. Hiking. Oh yes.
Swimming.
No, swimming.
Yes, that's a bad
In
one.
the ocean.
Yes.
Diving. Don't do all these high risk activities after drinking. Even if you don't feel buzzed, okay? Also, what's another problem because some people suffer silently, and we don't want you to do that. So there's also Alcohol Anonymous. Again, with technology, I know Anthony, you didn't like that last time, but with technology, has allowed us to have many resources. So you can get Alcohol Anonymous sponsors online. Also, if you don't feel like, I don't want this person to see me because it is a small island, it's fine. You can definitely get on an Alcohol Anonymous and have a sponsor, someone to keep you accountable. Accountability, okay? Having someone to be accountable, whether your partner, whether a friend, whether your child, your adult child, accountability matters with substance abuse, right? Especially with alcohol, right? So someone that's saying, hey, no, you don't want to get that drink today. Remember, you agreed to not drink for a week or 2 weeks. If you set yourself a time to not drink and you bust that may be a sign that you're having unhealthy relationship with alcohol. So we talk about AA. The VA has links. One thing I will say is here, and someone from Guam Behavioral Health can jump on. Guam Behavioral Health does offer groups for people who struggle with alcoholism, right? And it is free of charge to engage in the groups. If I'm giving that information wrong, my contacts at GBH, please hop in on the call or online to correct me. But that is available whether you're a veteran or you're not. Okay. And if you're not located in Guam, because I know this can go further than Guam, vet centers usually have some certified alcohol drug counselors or substance abuse counselors to assist. Now, where we get in is sometimes, let's talk about the dependent side. We do have people that we refer for inpatient treatment for unhealthy relationship with alcohol that they feel they can't manage on their own despite the supports they have, or their alcohol is negatively affecting the supports that they have, right? And even people depending on how you're service connected, can get inpatient treatment for alcoholism. Right?
So you're talking about dependents that are accompanying active duty service members. So if they're in crisis, and alcohol problems is considered mental health crisis?
So alcohol, it's an alcohol. It falls under substance abuse, but it can be with mental health, right? Depending on why, because again, the root of everything is not the drinking, right? It can be what's leading you to drinking, to masking depression, masking. So I was talking more for veterans. So with veterans, the VA, GBH, Alcohol Anonymous.
And then, yes, and so at the Vet Center we have Dr. Santos up there, and he is huge. So he's over the First Hawaiian Bank. So he's somebody that really takes care of our veterans, and he's been having that challenge for many, many years. And he takes care of veterans that may not even be in the VA system yet. But if you're a veteran, he'll still take care of you. And that was something we spoke about earlier, right? So the Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs last year had put out he put out a directive saying that, look, any veteran who is in crisis can call an ambulance and get taken to a facility, and in that facility they can take care of that veteran. For example, I would imagine it's behavioral health. I think behavioral health is 24/7 anyway. So
yes,
if
we have
you're
crisis line 988.
Right, but if they needed to go to the facility, it would be at Guam Behavioral Health up there by GMH.
Here on island, it would be Guam Behavioral Health. Absolutely.
So the VA, one more time, will pay for the ambulance ride for the veteran. So think about that one more time. Guam Fire Department, if a veteran is in crisis and calls you, the Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs will pay for the ambulance ride from the place that he's having a crisis to Department of Behavioral Health. So if that's possible, we need to start pushing that, number one. Number two, the VA will also pay for them being treated in that facility. So think about that one more time. There's money to pay for them to be transported and money to pay for their stay. So anyway, looks
That's
like we haven't.
for us.
Well, and it's been since last year.
Sorry?
We have a caller?
Oh, we do? Oh,
Yes.
okay. But let me just, Charlie Hermosa says, wait, 2-time guest on the show. Where's the love? It only one-on-one. So then I invited Charlie to join us next week with the Space Force Commander.
Yay.
Hi, Isaiah. I see Isaiah again.
Yes,
is
and
on.
he's on the line.
Oh,
so.
Isaiah's on line. Okay, go ahead.
Anthony and Karina.
Hi, Isaiah.
How are you?
Good.
Oh, I just wanted to talk about our
Today?
hearing that we're having later this week.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Are you guys aware about the hearing we're holding for Resolution 218-37?
Oh, no. What is that one for?
That's for it's for Resolution 218-37. We're holding a public hearing on Thursday, April 11th, starting at 9 a.m. at the Guam Congress Building public hearing room.
Okay.
And the resolution is for 218-37, which would support the HR 522, Deliver for Veterans Act, which was introduced.
Oh, the vehicle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So,
yeah, and thank you, Isaiah. I know you were part of that joint hearing today, and I'm sure you were delighted by the turnout. And I think it was a very positive outcome with all the veterans talking about how to help our local VA and also how to take care of each other. So the more we can keep that mantra going and getting our veterans together, I think the better it's going to be for all of us.
Right. And Isaiah, if you can send me that stuff, I could push it out to all of our chats.
yes, I will do that now. Thank you so much. And I definitely agree. It was a huge turnout, and I think that your leaders were definitely listening to what the community had to say in terms of how we can support them and vice versa.
Yes, I think
we also answered a lot of questions or got answers to a lot of questions veterans had.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, Isaiah. Yeah, so we look forward to the next one. We cannot wait. It was a success, I think.
And we'll go ahead and.
Oh yes, and we have another caller.
Thank you, Isaiah.
Thank you, Isaiah. Send me the stuff and I'll send it out.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Hello, Jerry. You got like 1 minute to tell us what you have.
No,
and then
he's got like 4. He's got like 4 minutes.
1
minute.
Because the
Anthony
lady's
said
going to
1.
have to say something. Are you there?
Okay.
Jerry?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Is this Mr. Jerry Cruz?
Yes.
who gave really good testimony today.
Yes.
And someone asked him to run for senator.
Yes.
Hi, Jerry.
No, I just wanted, I realize the time is short, but I'll make it fast. Especially when Tony mentioned about keeping the veterans engaged. I just want to say the new mission for me, is utilizing my media expertise to help out with HMI and what their needs are. And I kind of found a new calling to say that I think if we can get the message out and via whatever media we can use, social media or interviewing the veterans, I surely do agree with that. And it's like, yes, the claims are going to take a while, right? So in the interim, like Tony said, while we're waiting, let's find the new mission. And I totally agree with that, and I think that's helpful. So making a calling to all veterans out there, whatever your talents you have, please help out the HMI and the other veterans organizations and reach out to the vets, because they can't do it all by themselves. And that's the great thing about Guam, is the word of mouth, that when it spreads, it's helpful. Because today, I don't know what that office was doing as far as outreach until Senator Barnes held up a flyer, and I was like, I've never seen that flyer. I've never seen it put in the media or anywhere. So it's like the government talks to itself by using media, by using announcements within the government. But did you make it go outside of the government? It's nice to tell the other agencies, hey, this is our mission, this is what we do, and tell the legislature this is what we do. But you need to tell the veteran.
I think it was, Jerry. I think it was announced in the paper, the hearing.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
No, I'm talking about when Senator Barnes picked up a flyer of the Office of Veterans Affairs. And I said, well, that's the first
That's
time
on their website, yes. So that's the 2020 centric report.
Yeah.
So that broke down all the veterans by numbers. You can actually find that report. I can send it out in the chat.
Yeah.
It's a report that
Yeah.
was done in 2020, which, we wish we would have the 2024 report to compare the two. But Jerry, we gotta let you go. We're almost done with the show, but thank you for calling.
Yes.
We're
Thank you, and
on
we'll have you
every
on
Monday
again.
night. We're on every Monday night at 6.
All right.
Oh,
Keep
and
the good work up, guys.
Thanks,
okay,
Jerry.
thank you. Oh wow, that's all. That's all the time. Yeah.
Time flies when you're having a good time, huh?
You lovely ladies are going to send us the information we need to push out to
Yes,
our
we
veterans.
will.
And we'll continue doing all these good things that you're doing, and we'll pay attention to the drinking.
Recommendations.
And
Be
recommendations,
responsible.
yes.
Be
Responsible
responsible.
drinking. Don't drink and drive, please.
And because it's Alcohol Awareness Month.
April is Alcohol Awareness Month.
And the color is teal, right?
Nope, red.
The color is red, not
Oh.
teal? Oh, okay.
Great.
The color is red.
So we'll push that out.
Yes,
Because we still got the
will.
rest of the month.
Yes, we do.
Teal
Thank
is for
you.
sexual assault.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks, Jose.
Veterans,
Thank you,
thank you. We'll
everyone.
be here again next week,
Thanks for
Monday
having
at
us.
6.
Awesome.
Thank you.
The Point is KUSG, Hagåtña, Guam, 93.3 FM and 104.3 HD3.
6 months of war between Israel and Hamas. I'm Ted Lindner, Fox News. And now news this weekend that Israel is withdrawing many of its forces from southern Gaza. Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv with more.
In a surprise announcement, Israel says it is pulling all troops out of southern Gaza. Now they have just one brigade left in the strip that does continue to operate. The move is not viewed as an end to the war, but rather an opportunity to give combat forces a rest to prepare for future operations. Negotiators are in Cairo, Egypt, trying to hammer out the details of a ceasefire agreement that could bring more of the hostages home. Pressure is growing on the government of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to cut a deal. Weekly demonstrations are also calling for new elections here in Israel. Netanyahu is resistant to new elections and has said this would threaten Israel's security and war efforts.
Meantime, more concerns in the skies as a part has fallen off another